This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, hi everyone, Shalom Aleichem, Baruch Haba. We're having a special share this week. We have not been together for a little bit before Pesach for the Orchos Chaim of the Rosh, so we're going to continue now in the Orchos Chaim. We're doing Ois Tzadi Aleph. Okay, now just to get a little background, in Ois Tzadi, the Rosh said a very interesting suggestion. He says never slacken off from trying to get good friends. It's interesting, the Rosh that we say that Asher Kadishi, the Rosh that we say about him, he was the holiest of all the Rishonim. He gives a special suggestion. One should always put an extra effort to acquire good friends. Good friends are very important. And the Rosh says, do not underestimate even one enemy. A person shouldn't say, okay, look, can't please everyone. Big deal, the guy doesn't like me. A person should be cautious from even having one enemy. So now we're up to Ois Tzadi Aleph. Says the Rosh, Al tigane mekach chavercha, do not disparage the purchase of your friend. Your friend bought a new suit. He bought it in some basement in Borough Park. It looks like a shmata. Do not put it down. Do not disparage it. V'al tachalish daitoi. You don't want your friend to have chalishas hadas. Kizeh minhag lechaserei das. This is a custom of those who are missing intelligence. So let's think for a moment. What's the Rosh telling us? Of course, we know this is based on the Gemara in Ksubis on Daf Yud Zayin, that it says that if somebody buys a mekach ra min hashuk, somebody buys a bad item from the market, should you put it down? Should you praise it? So the Gemara says, Havamir yishabchenu be'einav. Now, the question is, what does the Rosh mean when he adds V'al tachlish daitoi? He just said, don't put down the item that your friend purchased. What's he adding? V'al tachlish daitoi. So Rav Goldberg says that what the Rosh is adding is, okay, you want to say a great suit, that's a really nice suit. Oh, you paid $300? You could have gotten it for $150. So you're not putting it down, but you're saying you could have gotten a better deal for it. I would humbly suggest that what the Rosh is adding is, let's say your friend says, oh, how does the suit look? And you say, pretty good. And the guy's deflated because he was hoping you're going to say, you look like $1 million. So that's what the Rosh is adding. V'al tachlish datai. Do not make him feel bad. Now, the Rosh says, Kizeh minag lechaserei das. This is the custom of those who are missing intelligence. What the Rosh is saying is, don't think this comes from the person's bad character, that he's putting down the mekach, but actually it's worse than that. It comes from the person is completely lacking intelligence. Now let's see Ois Tzadi Beis. Ois Tzadi Beis is very important. Al toimar, do not say, B'tzidkasi he'esharti. Don't say, I became wealthy because of my own righteousness. Never attribute your success to your own righteousness. V'tira, you should be afraid. Shalei tekabel schar ba'olam hazeh. You should be afraid that you don't receive your reward in this world. Now, this is a very important principle. If somebody is successful financially, family, in life in general, one should never attribute their success to their own righteousness, as the pasuk says, "V'zacharta es Hashem Elokecha ki hu anoisen lecha koyach lasos chayil." Remember Hashem; He's the one who gives you strength to amass your success. Okay, very important. Rabbeinu Yoina says. Rabbeinu Yoina, he says in Shari Tshuva, Shar Gimel Ois Kuf Ayin Hey. The pasuk says, "Loyeg larosh cheref oisehu." One who mocks the poor is disparaging God. Now this is very important. Very often in life, you see someone, they're not so successful. So what do you say? You say, they're a lo yitzlach. It's because they couldn't put it together. It's their own bad mazel. It's the fact that they don't have any seichel. Very often in life, people will look at others who are not successful and they'll say, it's all because they didn't work hard or they were lazy. And the Rosh says, if somebody mocks people who are not successful, what they are doing is they are disparaging HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Because they're basically saying that Hashem does not decide a person's fate in life. Basically, you're blaming the person. This person is, he's a joke because he doesn't put an effort in life. And the Rosh says, Lo yeg l'Rosh. Excuse me, Rabbi Yonah says, Lo yeg l'Rosh, one who mocks the poor, Hera es nafshay. He's demonstrating, Ki sedame, that he imagines Asher hahatzlachos biyad b'nei adam, that success is within a person's ability. In other words, you mock someone who's not successful, that means you're basically saying it's up to a person whether the one will be successful in this world. And basically you're mocking HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because we believe be'emunah shlema that when someone is successful, it's because the Rebbeinu Shalom made them successful. And if a person is not successful, it's because the Rebbeinu Shalom decided that they're not going to be successful. It's not dependent on anybody's efforts, acumen, or planning. And then the Rosh says, V'tira shloi tekabel schar ba'olam hazeh. You should be afraid that you're not receiving reward in this world. Meaning, don't say, oh, I have a lot of money because I'm very righteous. No. You should say, the reason I have so much money, maybe I'm losing my reward in the world to come. And Reb Chaim Kanievsky, in his Perish Hasamar Choisav, Reb Chaim says that, it says in Maseches Eretz Zuta, Al toimar b'shvil ma'asav hahagunim. Don't say it's because of my good actions, heitivuli, that Hashem was good to me. Ella b'shvil ma'asai she'enam tovim. Say it's because of my bad actions that I'm being successful and Hashem's rewarding me here in this world. Avram Avinu, after he killed the 4 kings, what does the pasuk say? Hashem had to come to Avram and say, no, anochi magen lach schar harbe ma'od. I'm going to shield you, your reward is very great. Meaning Abraham was afraid that he received his reward in this world. So if a person is successful, never say, I'm successful because Hashem's rewarding me. Just the opposite, you should be concerned that I'm successful because as a reward in this world. Now one last diak over here. The Rosh says, don't say that in my righteousness I became wealthy. You should be scared that you will not be receiving your reward in this world. Now, listen carefully. The Rosh doesn't say, don't say that I'm wealthy because of my own righteousness and be afraid that you already got your reward in this world. No, be afraid that you will be getting your reward in this world. What does that mean? The Rav Goldberg explains that we're afraid that if you say that Hashem is making you successful because of your good deeds, you're basically asking God, give me reward in this world. If you say I'm successful because of my good deeds, then Hashem says, oh, you think you're successful because of your good deeds? Then I will basically give you from now on your reward in this world. You'll basically be establishing that from now on, the Rebbeinu Shalom will be rewarding you ba'olam hazeh. Interesting medrash, we'll conclude with this in Shmos Rabbah. There was a student, a Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, and he went to Chutz La'aretz, and he became very wealthy. So the Talmidim told the Rebbe, okay, Rebbe, we want to go. We want to go out and make money. We also want to go. And Reb Shimon Bar Yochai said as follows. He said, come out to the valley. So he brought them out to the valley, and he shows them in the valley. All of a sudden, he said, valley, valley, fill up with gold. And the valley started filling up with gold and silver and so on. And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai said, look, here's the deal. You should know, this money is for you guys. You wanted money? Here's the money. But anyone who takes it, they're getting the reward right now in this world. So that's a general hashkafa. Don't say, I got X, Y, and Z as in lieu of my good actions. Why? Because if you do that, then you could be establishing that from now on, Hashem will be paying a person back in this world. Okay, Rabbi Isai, thank you everybody for joining. We'll pick it up, as Hashem, on Monday at 5 p.m. You're welcome to join us tonight. We have Shir this evening in the shul, in the trailers at 9 p.m. Hope everybody can make it. And as Hashem, we have Shir tomorrow morning at 10:45 a.m. on the Parsha, and Bez Hashem on Tefillah. Wishing you all a great Shabbos. Kol Tov. Be well.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.